We got another one here from Aaron. He wants to know who are the best dressed and the worst dressed people in professional wrestling.
Ric Flair, best dressed. Um, Best dressed man in the business. Yeah. Uh, Back in the day, it was a little different. Your top guys dress well, and your not so top guys were just kind of come in jeans or flip flops and shorts or what have you. But Rick takes the cake for being the best dressed man in the business always. Rick was always dressed, always looked the part, always was there. Worst dressed, holy cow. Um, hmm, so many.
I mean, Mick Foley's got to be on the list, right?
Mick Foley may take the cake, yeah.
I mean, he's super cash all the time.
Well, yeah, and only has one pair of underwear, one pair of pants, one shirt, and he rides to the building in them, works in them, rings them out, and puts them back on. Dude, that's true. That's what he does.
Rings them out and puts them back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do a thing with him, ask him.
All right. Next time I talk to him, I'll ask him.
Ask him about like working in his stuff and like peeling it off and then going in, taking a shower, and then peeling it back on.
Flair said once that he would shower with his clothes on to save time. He could wash.
Well, yeah, save time and try and get some of the stink out of the clothes.
Well, I thought that was make believe. I thought Flair was just busting balls, but you're saying
no.
Okay.
No, that's 100% accurate. What I mean, it was he wore the same shit. You saw him in the supermarket or the gas station, whatever. He's wearing the same thing that he wore to work in the night before. Slept in his car, slept in people's houses, would get big bags of popcorn from concessions and eat that for dinner, or leftover pizza, whatever it was, man. Mick did not spend a lot of money on the road, if any.
He learned how to be frugal.
He was very frugal. Owen Hart, too. Owen was very frugal.
Drew Roper has a question that I've never even thought to ask you. With WWE being in New York City as often as they did Vince or his dad ever have to deal with the Mafia?
No, I'll tell you, when we were going through trying to get the state athletic commissions abolished because they're a joke. We were in White Plains, and it was Pat Patterson and myself standing up on the stage, and this guy walks up to us and says, "Hey, you guys travel a lot with Vince, don't you?" I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's making a lot of noise trying to get the state athletic commissions abolished, and a lot of important people, a lot of people are upset about that. Now, it'd be a shame if somebody was so upset that they wanted to eliminate him, and God, it'd be terrible if they missed, and you guys are always with him, I'd be careful. Guy walks away. Pat and I look at each other. Were we just threatened? And took off and found the guy. He was actually the commissioner for that night, and had a few choice words with him. Threw him out of the building, and told him, "Listen, next time come back." I said, "Don't make a threat, man. If you're gonna do something, do it." That was it. But there wasn't, there was no, nothing ever that I saw. That was probably the closest thing to it, and that was from the State Athletic Commission, who were, New York. More than anything, it was, you're dealing with unions.
Right.
Going to these buildings, you got the IATSE, you have union buildings, which make it very difficult sometimes to get things done. And, we got to the point where we just, paid the union to stay at home, pay them, here's what you would have made, but let us do it. They would send in a couple people to watch us do it, but we did it so much faster. If you do a union show, for example, in Madison Square Garden, for them to load in and load out, you would have to have 2 extra days to do it. And we can load in and load out, like that. So through the years, you learn how to work with them, and they're doing what they do.
We got a question here from Corey that I know you're going to like. Would Bruce rather take magic lessons from Fantasio or wrestling lessons from the Ultimate Warrior?
Jesus Christ.
Pick your poison.
Well, all Fantasio can do is set me on fire, so definitely do that.
It'd be worse to be with Warrior.
Oh God, yes. I mean, at least Fantasio I could do like. Watch this. There you go. See this?
Wow, where did it go?
Yeah.
You go see this magic for yourself right now on our YouTube channel. That's somethingwrestle.com. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to turn on the notifications bell so you'll know when we've got a new video or when we're going to do it live. Celeste wants to know, what's the biggest difference in booking shows now versus booking way back when in the early days?
In the early days, every market had its own personality. So you would book to the market very distinctly, and you would look at what you did the last time that you were there and try to follow up on it. And you tried to program the town a little bit. Now, if you go way back, every town was programmed so that you had a show that was leapfrogging to the next show. So whatever you did then was the precursor to the next show, and you did something on that show to make you want to come back. Now it's an attraction. You're booking to come and see the show, and the show is the storylines that you see on television. You're going to be able to see the superstars live and in living color in person in your town. So come on out and be a part of it. So it's just a philosophical difference of then, we ran the same town every week or every 2 weeks. So you had to program the town. Now you're in a market maybe twice a year. So it's an event. It's an attraction, and we try to give them, big off of our television show, what makes sense at the time.